It's the 2nd of March, we are in Italy, and I have two interesting fruits today. Two oranges, two very different varieties, but they have something in common, we will see later. The first one, the biggest one, is the Cara Cara orange. This is a variety discovered in Venezuela, in the town of Valencia, but Valencia in Venezuela, not in Europe, so in Southern America. And it was a bad mutation, so it was a sport mutation, it is called in the botanical technical terms, and basically this was a mutation of a Washington navel. Okay, so Cara Cara is the name of the variety, because the farm name was Cara Cara, so it was named after it. And this is a very beautiful orange, a very big one. This is a navel orange, basically, because it's like the Washington navel, a very big orange. And one very interesting thing of this variety is that it's a blood orange, so the color inside is a very regular pink or very soft red color. And on the right side here we have another orange. This is a more recent variety. The previous one, this one was discovered in 1976. This one was discovered in 2012, so this is very recent. And this is a mutation of a Sanguinelli. Sanguinelli is a Spanish variety of oranges. It's called Sanguinelli, but Sanguinelli for me is a tarocco variety, not what I call blood orange. The distinction is subtle but important. Basically, the tarocco oranges have a very red color inside, the pulp is very red because of anthocyans. Anthocyans are a kind of dyes in the vegetables that they protect the plant from stress and disease. And in this case the anthocyans are even on the peel. You can see the very dark red color of the peel. This is for me a sanguinello in Italian, or a blood orange in English, because the color is due to lycopen. That is another kind of dye, obviously an organic dye created by the plants, and this carotenoid molecule, it's a different kind of color. And anthocyans are famous because they are antioxidants. In this case, beta-carotenes and carotenoids like lycopene are more famous just because of the color. It's similar to what you can find in the tomato, in the watermelon, and so on, or in the carrots, for example. And so this is the main difference, is the color of the pulp, and in this case the color even outside of the peel. And I was telling, this kind of orange was discovered in 2012. Today there is a trademark. The trademark is ONIX. You can find this in Europe, in some chains of supermarkets like Tesco, or in Germany you can find in Rewe or Kaufland, for example. This was bought in Kaufland. And so this is pretty new. This is something that marketing is pushing a little. You can find from Spain. And as I told you, this was discovered in 2012 in Seville, and it was a bad mutation of Sanguinelli tarocco orange. And so this is a very dark color inside. And the other main difference is that, okay, both of this fruit came from Spain. They were sold at Kaufland in Germany. And just to tell you the difference is even in the price. This is a pretty expensive orange anyway. Even in Italy you can find it's pretty rare, but you can find it. And the price of this in the same supermarket was €3 per kilo. This one, it's more new, it's more let's say soldable, let's say. And this is more expensive. It was around a little more than €4 per kilo, the price of this. And just to show you the difference, the very big difference is even the size. So the size is completely different, because obviously the first one is this one is a navel, the other one is a tarocco, and tarocco usually are small oranges. And we can see even the weight difference is pretty interesting. The Cara Cara orange, it's around 305 grams, and the size I think is over 12 centimeters diameter. And the other one that is as I told you, a tarocco variety or more variety is the half, so 160 grams. And it's very interesting. This is normal, but it's very interesting for this kind of varieties. It's very interesting that this Moro or Tarocco, there are many varieties that are with this kind of darker peel. Sometimes it's red, sometimes it's dark orange, or not so dark maybe, but there are some that are called like doppio Moro or double Moro, or others, even Sanguinelli orange variety, that is a Spanish variety. It's very dark orange on the peel, but in this case it's interesting because there are this kind of stripes sometimes. Not all the fruit have this kind of stripes, but many have this kind of striped fruits with standard coloration. It looks like some kind of chimera or something similar, I don't know. Let's open the fruits. We will start with the Cara Cara. I will cut through the peel. Okay, the smell of the peel is like any orange. It's the typical smell of an orange peel. The fruit is very soft, probably very juicy too. And this is how it looks inside. So the Cara Cara has this beautiful orange color, really beautiful. There is no seed, absolutely no seed, so this is a seedless variety, like the Washington navel. Probably you have to pay attention when you grow this with other trees. You have to pay attention to cross-pollination, but anyway. And now let's see the Onyx orange, that is much more firm. The peel is firmer and probably even thinner. This is a very Cara Cara is a navel orange, and they have this very thick rind. In this case the rind is beautiful, but probably thinner. Let's see. Yeah, there is a beautiful very dark red color. Let's open it. And okay, interesting, because it's inside it's not so dark. I would expect it to be darker. Okay, one thing that I discovered on the web is that this orange is thought to be long lasting on the shelf. This is obviously a characteristic that it is very useful for the distribution for the supermarkets. And they tell basically that this could be gathered early in the season, probably in December, January, and then it could last on the shelf life is like 4 or 5 months, they said. This is important for the supermarkets and for the resellers and everything. The color is not so full of anthocyans, I would say. The peel, the zest is very interesting because the color is very dark, but inside it is just on the exterior, the peripheral part, so most is gone into the peel. Okay, this is not so uncommon in the tarocco varieties. This is pretty common usually. And okay, let's try to taste and see. I cut the Cara Cara, and you can see it's very juicy. The slices are very similar to the Washington navel oranges, and they are very big. Yeah, as I showed you before, it's double size of compared to the other one, and the color is beautiful. It's like some berry, some red berry or some mulberry color, okay, and this pink or red, it's very beautiful. And as I told you, it's the same kind of color you can find in the tomato and in the watermelon. And this is very juicy, so when you taste the slice, I can show you how the slice looks. And the slice is very juicy, very beautiful, and it's very refreshing. It's sweet and tart, so there is a good balance, a good compromise. Sometimes they are more tart, sometimes they are more sweet, depends on the fruit. Some are more ripened and some are less, but this is very sweet, and it's a little tart too, so I like to eat. This is a very, very good fruit to eat, I say. And so this is very good fruit even to juice, I think, because of the color and because of the juiciness. The vesicles are, like in all oranges, very thin, very easy to break. So this is a fruit that when you cut it open, it's easy to have all the juice going around, but it's not like a pomelo that is firmer, let's say, but it's very good taste. It's very perfect balance. Some people say the taste could remind a little cherry or maybe ribes or maybe mulberry, I don't know, but for me it's very similar to Washington navel orange. It's very good, very high quality, very sweet. And what about the peel? The peel, it's like any orange peel. I would say there is no difference compared to standard oranges. It's very soft, it's a little fluffy, and the taste of the peel is sweet. Yeah, so this is very good, even for candies, I suppose. And this is the typical taste of an orange peel. Now let's try the onyx orange. And if you look at the inside, there are these vesicles that are little colored, so there is some anthocyans even inside the vesicles, and this is pretty normal in the tarocco varieties or more varieties. They have this kind of coloration that is not uniform, instead of the other one that is much more uniform. And the taste in this case, it's a little more it's not sour but less sweet, let's say. So this is less sweet than the other, and you can feel a little more the fibers and everything. This is pretty common with this kind of varieties, and the vesicles are very fibrous, let's say. But just to show you, if you see, yeah, this is like this kind of varieties are. So the slices are more compact, more all together, and they are very juicy. It's easy to break everything when you remove the slices, but the taste is yes, less sweet, I would say, less sweet, and with more different taste than the other one. The other one, it's a fruit that is more juicy, more full and more balanced, because it's more sweet and more no, not more acid. It's the same kind of sourness, I think, but it's more balanced. It's more sweet, and if you like a sweet juicy orange, that's the best for me. And this is instead like this kind of varieties. I have already tasted similar varieties like tarocco and moro, and it's more fibrous, let's say, because when you eat it, basically you feel there is more solid mass, more peel, more this part of the fruit that is let's say less juicy, okay? But it's a good orange anyway. And the interesting part, I think the peel here is the very interesting part of this fruit. I can think about this kind of peel could be used for some kind of liquor or spirit, because if you put it into the alcohol, for sure you will extract even the dye, so it would be a beautiful limoncello or similar liquor if you use this peel. And the other thing is that this peel is all red. Let's see if the taste is different. Yeah, even the taste, it's more bitter, a little. It's not so sweet like the other one. It's firmer, not like the other one. The other one looks like it's puffy a little. And this is not the same. It's not sweet like the orange, the other orange peel. There is a little more spiciness into it, let's say. It's interesting. I think it's very interesting for the peel too, this fruit. For a final comparison, I juice them. Obviously the quantity is completely different because one is half the mass of the others, okay? And here I think there is a huge difference, that this fruit in the end it's better for the juicing, because as you can see it's completely empty inside, okay? So when you juice this kind of tarocco varieties, you can juice it completely, and even the juice get the color. I think here the color is getting back, let's say, compared to what we expected at the beginning, no? And so I would say for the juice, maybe the situation is reversed compared to before. So this looked to be more pale orange, looking at the vesicles and the fruit inside, but now it's clearly more full of anthocyans and antioxidant, for sure, because the lycopen is not an antioxidant, but this is a better color, let's say. For sure this is a very beautiful color now. And the other one, the cara cara, so the cara cara variety, it's difficult to be juiced because yeah, probably it's bigger and fluffier, and it's not easy with or maybe it's just my tool that is not very good with this size of orange, but you can see a lot of the fruit it's left inside the peel, and the color of the juice is completely different. So it's an orange juice, and most of the color is left into the peels and the solid part of the fruit, let's say. So let's try it. Let's see the difference. Okay, this one, yeah, it's like what I expect from a tarocco orange. Not less, not more. It's yeah, a little sour. It's probably more sour than sweet, but it's very tasteful, because now that is a juice, I can feel even the texture of the juice, that is not watery but more pulpy, let's say, and it's good. And the color is fantastic. Yeah, I could say maybe even I would have said at the beginning that maybe some of the peel has gone into the juice, but it's not. It's just that when you just look at the pulp, it looks like there is more because there are more vesicles that are yellow than vesicles that are red. But I think the color in the red ones is very intense, so in the end the color of the juice is completely reversed compared to what you expect, let's say. And the other one looks like a Washington navel juice, let's say. So the color is like an orange, a very intense but orange, let's say not pink. And this is very sweet. Yeah, this is what you expect from a Washington navel juice, let's say. Not so different. And I would say, if I said before this fruit look more beautiful than this one, now I will say that is the reverse for the juice. The juice, this one is a lot better. So I think this is the perfect fruit to juice, and this is better to be eaten like by itself, like slice by slice. And yeah, because the juice, it's not so different from a standard Washington navel, so I won't expect to be different if I juice a Washington navel or another navel in orange. Okay, it's very sweet, it's less tart, yeah, compared to this one. Now it's completely reversed. It looks like yeah, this is more contrasty and this is less, but this is very pulpy too. It's not watery, and the taste is very, yeah, very full orange, a very sweet orange, a very good orange, sweet orange. And you feel a little less the sourness compared to the full slice. Yeah, it's very tasty. Yeah, it is just a comparison. I won't say that this is bad or that is bad. They are both extremely good, but just to try to find the differences between the two. Okay, and this one, yes, this one is yeah, sour, but a little sweet. It's complex, it's interesting. I think this is the best thing to be juiced. Okay, and this is all.